This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now then, if you were watching in this particular Thursday slot last week, you may have seen me ordering a new guitar. That is what's in this box. So, let's get unboxing.
Go on, lad, way on.
Okay, so here we have it. This is a Harley Benton, let me have a look at the label, Custom Line CLD-15MCEVS. Yeah, I've made that at this point before about what makes a memorable name and what doesn't. But anyway, here it is. It's my new kind of workhorse acoustic guitar. You can see just kind of back there on the wall, I've got the sort of little brother of this guitar, another cheap Harley Benton Dreadnought. That one cost about 75 quid about 7 years ago. These are 195 quid. And before we go any further, let's take a quick look at the specs that we've got on this guitar. Here it is on the Toman website. We've got a solid mahogany top, scalloped X bracing, mahogany body and neck, a Pow Ferro fretboard. What else is relevant here? Bone nut, Pow Ferro bridge with compensated saddle, and this is the thing that really sold it to me, the Fishman is that Precise 2 preamp system with built-in tuner. That is very much, you know, the kind of thing, because it's I'm looking mainly for this as a guitar to use for recording, and because I'm lazy basically, and because I don't have a lot of space here, it's not really conducive to setting up mic stands and stuff for an acoustic guitar. So I wanted something that would sit in a mix pretty well using the plugged-in sound, and that's what we're going to be listening to today. I'll tell you what though, before we go any further, let's give you a little bit of an idea of what it sounds like just using this kind of room mic here, so you get a bit of an idea. This is, as I say, the sound from the room mic. And that is very much the kind of thing I'm going to be using this guitar for. You know, just sitting in a mix to add a little bit of depth of mix. But I'll probably do like a full-blown demo of this guitar in the next few days. Possibly in the Sunday video, we shall see. But yeah, I mean, straight out of the box, what are my impressions? We'll have a listen to the plugged-in sounds in a moment. Straight out the box, the action is, well, nice and low in the context of an acoustic guitar. Let's just take a little measurement here. I'm going to call that, yeah, that's pretty much bang on 2mm on the 6th string at the 12th fret. So that's a pretty good action, not a bad action for an electric guitar. On an acoustic guitar, it is more than acceptable. The first thing I noticed, because you know how when you buy a guitar and you take it out of the box and it's damn near in tune, this one wasn't. So I've had to do a bit of tuning. These tuners here look a lot like Grovers, don't they? And that is where the resemblance ends. I think I'm going to be replacing these tuners. They are a bit sloppy feeling. I'll try tightening up the little kind of screws on the end there, but they do feel a bit sort of gritty and sloppy feeling. But then again, this is all the money on this guitar for like under 200 quid has gone into that Fishman preamp and the solid mahogany. You know, the lack of laminates, let's put it that way. So, you know, compromises are going to be made somewhere, I guess. The neck reminds me a lot of a guitar that one of my students has, one of those Yamaha APX whatever it is, which are a sort of an electroacoustic guitar designed specifically with players like me in mind, electric guitar players. And I nearly bought one of those, but it was the Fishman preamp on this that really sold it to me. So it feels very comfortable for like an electric guitar, kind of native like me. It's very accommodating to play. You don't immediately fendery, perhaps, might be a way of describing the way this neck feels. As I say, when I do the full-on demo, I'll do all the usual stuff like neck profile and stuff. This is just a first impressions walkthrough. So impressed with the neck. Not particularly impressed with the tuners. They work, but they don't kind of feel particularly nice as you are using them. A little bit of fret kind of roughness. It's not, if I do that, then the frets feel, kind of, smooth enough. I'm not going to say silky. They wouldn't pass the Phil McKnight pop sock test, but, not to the point where it's kind of gouging lumps out of your hand neither. But just doing this, you can feel like where the ends of the frets, like the kind of the bit right at the end, hasn't been smoothed off properly. So that'll be, I'll probably leave doing anything about that until I restring the guitar, because why waste a perfectly good set of brand new strings that are on it? So it's it's a budget guitar, and in a couple of ways that aren't really, terminal, it feels like a budget guitar. Let's have a listen to what it sounds like, though. I'm plugged into the other PC at the moment. I'm going into Reaper, and I've got a little bit of compression and kind of reverb and sort of stereo widening going on that, just to kind of put it under the same sort of conditions that I'm going to be using the guitar. But the inherent tone is the inherent tone. Let's have a listen to what it sounds like plugged in. And having had a little bit of a play around before I started recording this part of the video, and just messing with the basic EQ on the kind of top of the guitar here, just bass and treble. I basically tweaked it till I got something that sounds representatively, kind of how I want it. However that's come across in this video, I'm not entirely sure, but it is, by a long chalk, actually a big improvement on the plugged-in sound for that cheap Harley Benton Dreadnought you can just see up there. But then again, why wouldn't it be? It's got this lovely Fishman kind of system going on in here. So yeah, I mean, it's not without its faults, but it's a lot of guitar for its money. A little bit of attention needed on the fretwork, I think, but it's not terminal enough. It's not bad enough that I need to do it immediately. As I say, I'll wait until I get a new set of strings to put on it before I do anything like that. And the tuners, yeah, I'm not going to be living with those for very long. But again, I'm going to wait until I've worn these strings out, and I want to restring it before I do anything about that. Neither of these 2 points, which are the only things I can really you know, kind of flag up at the moment are bad enough that it makes it an unpleasant playing experience or unpleasant user experience in any way. But yeah, it's... Again, I did a video a little while ago where I talk about things I don't like about Harley Benton guitars, and one of them is that they do tend to penny pinch a little bit. If this guitar had come with a slightly better set of tuners and a little bit more attention on the edges of the frets, then it possibly would have weighed in maybe somewhere around about the 250 mark, and I think that would have been, you know, still a good price for a guitar that was, you know, with all of these attributes, but without these couple of little needless faults. But it is what it is, and overall I am, so far, on first impressions, pleased with my purchase. Let me know what you think down in the comments about how the guitar sounded. And as I say, there'll be a video coming where I'm going to probably do some kind of entirely acoustic kind of thing. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but a full-blown demo of this guitar as an electro-acoustic. As I say, I'm not going to faff around miking things up because I don't have the space. But there you go, folks. That's the video for today. Those are my first impressions of the Harley Benton Custom Line CLD-15MCE VS acoustic guitar. Make of it what you will. And that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful in some small way, and if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. Why not drop me a like while you're at it? Don't forget, as always, the live stream every Friday 5 p.m. UK time, where we drink beer and talk about music and guitars. What a great way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.